episode of the Giants franchise. We will be entering week one of the 2020 season. This is our first game in the series where we will be taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Our goal for this year is just going to be 4 games. I mean, we're coming off seasons where we had the second overall pick, sixth overall pick, fourth overall pick. And even though we did get an upgrade at the QB, once again, if you missed the last episode, we ended up getting the fourth overall pick, obviously, because Giants said that in real life. In real life, they took Andrew Thomas. However, in this game, somehow Joe Burrow fell to us at 4, mainly because the Bengals signed Tom Brady, which then led them to taking Chase Young. So we do have Joe Burrow, who, by the way, I changed his number to 5 just because Wyatt Tittle's number is retired. So I gave him Kerry Collins, and this does not look like Joe Burrow. So I'm going to see if I can update his face to make it look like actually Joe Burrow. There isn't really a face for Joe Burrow. I guess just that looks more like a guy coming out of college. So, can't really get. What about that? Yeah, there you go. I like that Joe Burrow picture better anyway. So, basically, just a recap of what I did, just because it is week 1, so we did have to make some cuts. I'm going to show you guys the 53-man roster and just the notable type cuts. So, I did re-sign Eli Manning, I thought, in free agency. It is a pretty cheap deal. It is a 1-year deal, 1.45 million with no guaranteed bonus, or with no signing bonus, which means we can cut him at any time if we need an upgrade somewhere else. We do have Colt McCoy as well as the backup, so 2 veterans to back up Joe Burrow. At the running back position, obviously we do have Barkley, Patterson, Gallman, and Darkwa. John Hillman is now on the practice squad, and I did decide to cut Elijah Penny just because he's going to be around for the next few years. Probably going to see him in free agency a lot. So if we do want to bring him back, we can. So that's why I figured, why not, as a fullback, bring on Marshawn Lynch, 5'11", 215. So obviously it doesn't weigh as much. His blocking isn't as good, but he does have a lot of good strength. So hopefully he can be successful. If not, always cut him or make him a running back again and cut Darkwa. Either one is a viable option, and then we can re-sign Penny. Take a look at the wide receiver core. We do have Sterling. I forgot to cut wide receivers when I was doing. Nice, we're gonna do that real quick. Actually, that is fun. That's the problem is doing live streams, is you forget to make some cuts to where positions actually need it, which then now means I can re-sign probably a defensive tackle. We are at some 25. Alright, cool. Just for the practice squad, so let me release Nick Gage, just that way I can get one of the wide receivers on the practice squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dunbar, you can get cut. Don't want you on the practice squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then Sills, you can just get moved to the practice squad, which now should actually open up a few more roster spots. Right? That should open up 2 more. Yeah. So then now that it makes sense again. Actually, how is Gus Edwards blocking? Not good. Not good whatsoever. Shit, Elijah Penny got signed. That kind of stinks. So it's Elijah Penny getting signed. Darius Bridewell, this rookie from Tulane, has his lead block. Yo, he's actually kind of a good fullback. We'll just run Marshawn Lynch as a fullback, which then now means I can make something. Let me sign on defensive tackle. Again, Jalen Holmes, 2-year man from Ohio State. Bring you on. And then now that opens up another spot. Deshaun Jackson for kick returns wouldn't be that bad. We do have already a guy. I feel like the move here might just be to bring on another linebacker. I know it's a run stopping guy. Nah, I don't want to do that. DJ Mayo still chilling here now. I'm stuck on who I want to bring in for this last roster spot. Might as well just be Gus Edwards. Welcome. I do like Gus Edwards as a guy, so Might as well just be Gus Edwards, completely round out our running back core. Get some good rotation in there. Alright, so now looking at our roster, finally, officially looking at our roster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can always put Orleans Starkhorn now if we need to, due to like injury or something. Our wide receivers are Sterling Shepard, Golden Tate, Darius Slayton, Tajay Sharp, Cody Latimer, and Cody Core. So great depth there. At tight end position, Evan Engram, Jason Witten, and Caden Smith. So good depth there as well. Especially if Engram can stay healthy, that would be very, very helpful. Matt Peart will be our starting left tackle, meaning that we did cut Nate Solder. He did free up about $3 million cap space cutting him. So I was like, why not? We can roll with Matt Peart as the starter. He is more of a developmental guy in real life. He can kind of play right now. We'll give it a shot. We can always replace him if needed. Our only left guard is Will Hernandez. Center is Russell Bodine and Darrell Williams. Probably going to start Darrell Williams, I think. Seems like he's a little bit better than Russell Bodine. Although Bodine is more... Yeah, he's overall better than Russell Bodine. Kevin Zeitler, and then our rookie Josh Knipfel. And then our starting right tackle will be Jermaine Ifedi. And yeah, so there's our offensive line. Our D-line consists of Donovan Sue and Benny Logan. Right end, Jason Pierre-Paul, Lorenzo Carter, and O'Shane Zimnes was able to keep all three based on what we do with the roster. Defensive tackle, RJ McIntosh, Jalen Holmes. So obviously we just signed Dexter Lawrence and Dalvin Tomlinson. Left tackle linebacker, Kruger Hill and Reggie Ragland, moving Chris Peace to the practice squad. Danny Trevathan and Isaiah Simmons, David Miller, Ryan Conley, and Mark McLaurin. However, Mark McLaurin I did place on the practice squad just because it did clear up space. I forget who, or it didn't clear up space, but just made it easier. I forget who else I put. Or injury reserve, not practice squad. Injured reserve. Darren Lee and Maurice Alexander, Trevor Williams, Jordan Lewis, Eli Apple, DeAndre Baker, and Grant Haley are our corners. Anthony Harris, Darian Thompson as the safeties, Jabril Peppers, Julian Love as the safeties, kicker Alter Rosas, and punter is Riley Dixon. Taking, well, I didn't want to do that, but Cameron Hayward is now obviously on, or he's still on the Steelers, alright. I feel like we can neutralize him if anything. We are going to take a look at the Steelers roster before we do hop in, but I want to take a look now at our injury report. Just showing, obviously, Mark McLaurin I did place on the injured reserve list just because we're not going to get him back this year, and he's probably not going to be making the team next year. Might as well just keep him there. And then Ryan Conley can hopefully come back and make a semi-impact for us this season. So then, yeah, now I think that's it, except for rounding out the depth chart now. Quickly, just let me reorder it just to get updated from our last moves. Barkley, Patterson, Edwards, Gallman, and Darkwa. Yep. At the wide receiver position, Shepard. I want Darius Slayton to be the number 2 over Golden Tate, 100%. Tajay is the 4, Latimer is the 5, Cody Core is the 6. Engram, Jason Witten, and Caden Smith. Jason Witten there, I guess, is fine. Depends how I feel about him playing, really. If I like how Jason Witten plays, then we might move him. So overall, look at the depth chart. Everything should already be reordered except for what really matters. Really, Starkwa is not going to be returning punts. Kicks. If anything, I feel like the second guy to return kicks should probably be Cody Latimer. He did a little bit kick returning last year. Punt returner is obviously still going to be Cordero Patterson. Other Crosses kickoff person, Zeitler is the long snapper on punts. Barkley and Patterson is the third down. Power halfbacks, Barkley and Marshawn Lynch. Followed by Gus Edwards and then Orleans Darkwa. Slot wide receiver will be Sterling Shepard. Yeah, no, that's actually the way I want it. Sterling Shepard. His route running is actually better, so I feel like Golden Tate in the slot might actually be a better option because it's going to be harder for him to get open than Sterling Shepard on defensive back. So yeah, that's actually kind of smarter. Sue and Logan, Pierre-Paul, and then O'Shane Zimenez, defensive tackle, Lawrence and Tomlinson, sub linebacker Trevathan and Simmons, corner Jordan Lewis, Eli Apple, and Julian Love is the slot corner. Don't want that. Jordan Lewis can play on the outside as well as that. I want Grant Haley to slide in as the slot. And then when it comes to this, I do want Williams, Lewis, and Eli Apple, yeah. I want Haley to play the slot. And I think we should be good to go. Taking a look at quick trade offers for Ingram. Obviously, he still is on the trade block. Don't like anything that's getting filled. I mean, this offer is kind of good. Blake Cashman, no. Second round pick from Dallas, 6th and 7th next year. No, I want this year draft picks, which the only one that's being offered is Texans pick, and that's a 6th round pick for this year. It's not worth it. Some contracts that are going to be coming up. No point in bringing back Marshawn Lynch. He's really only a 1-year fullback option, so I'm not really worried about that. So we are going to have a few contracts that we're going to have to negotiate. I don't really want to see it from this screen. I'd much rather see it from quickly the salary screen. Taking a quick look at whose contract is up after this year. Grant Haley, Marshawn Lynch, Orleans Darkwa, Jordan Lewis, Cordero Patterson, Jason Witten, Wayne Gallman, Evan Engram, Jalen Holmes, Jermaine Ifedi, Eli Manning. Alright, so we have a few guys whose contracts are up this year. Some big names as well, because we did sign a lot of 1-year contracts, which is the way I wanted to go in free agency. Does it say how much... Sorry, I'm lost. Does it say how much cap room we're going to have next year? Should I have a... How much do we have to spend? Don't think we're going to have $212 million to spend, but okay. We'll see how much we have to spend when the next season comes to it. Play full game. We did not look at the Steelers roster real quick. I do want to look at the Steelers roster real quick so we can see what we are going up against. And why do we have 52 out of 53 players? Hang on real quick. 3. 1, 2, 3. Did Darkwa get like cut or something? Did the game like manually cut Darkwa because they needed another position? Apparently Darkwa just got cut somehow. So I guess... Yeah, Lane Darkwa just got cut for some reason. So, welcome back. I don't know why you got cut, but okay. That was weird. Anyway, now we take a look. Let me just make sure Darkwa's on the team, yeah. At the Pittsburgh Steelers roster. So looking at the Steelers, Big Ben, 74 overall. Still is their QB. Kind of crap, but they do also have Jacob Eason and Mason Rudolph. Shouldn't really have any running backs to be afraid of. James Roosevelt Nix. Juju Smith-Schuster is one guy that I think we have to worry about. Tight ends aren't good. O-line is not the best, but it's also not the worst. Their D-line is very, very good, as well as their pass rush with T.J. Watt, Bush, and Dupree. Corners should be able to take advantage of, as well as the safeties. So I'm not really worried about this team. It should be an even matchup. Hopefully, Joe Burrow's first start, Darius Slayton, take advantage of the weakness. Yeah, obviously you guys know all the settings. So in the first episode, T.J. Watt is going to be something tough to block against. Don't know if it's going to go good or bad. As let's see, are we starting with the ball or are we kicking? Looks like we're kicking off. Yes, we are. So we will receive the ball at halftime. Aldrich Rosas gets the 2020 season underway officially for both the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Giants. As Ryan Switzer, I do believe that is, will return it. And that will be returned to about the 27, started at about the 5. So we will take a look now at Big Ben, who is entering, I believe, his 17th season. 74 overall. Solid throw power, but accuracy is not all there anymore. Obviously, he's coming off of off-season shoulder surgery, I do believe. Like last season was. As he will look and throw a check down there to Jalen Samuels. I just realized Isaiah Simmons is not starting over Danny Trevathan. Probably going to work him in as Villanueva, Foster, Pouncey, DeCastro, and Dotson is your O-line. McDonald, Washington, Connor, Snell, and Schuster is your part of your Steelers offense. As Isaiah Simmons now works into the game. Then now Big Ben takes the snap, trying to set up a screen, and they do set it up. Jabril Peppers misses a tackle, was able to push. I do believe that's Jalen Samuels out of bounds. So taking a look at this New York Giants defense now, Sue Tomlinson and Jason Pierre-Paul are your D linemen with Kruger Hill, Trevathan, Isaiah Simmons, and Darren Lee. Don't know why Simmons is wearing 98, but I guess he is. Peppers, Harris, Lewis, and Trevor Williams probably going to swap that number because I don't want him wearing number 98. So this will bring up a 3rd and 8 now for the Steelers, as Big Ben will look and find his running back Jalen Samuels for the 3rd straight reception of the day. 3 for 3, 17 yards for Big Ben. Jalen Samuels 3 catches for 17 yards. So he is going to be hard to guard, I can already tell, with this Giants defense, as Big Ben will send Vance McDonald in motion to his right, as they will now hand off for the first time to James Conner, and Conner will take it all the way to the 30, a 24-yard run there for James Conner. That was a big run for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So now 1st and 10 here for the Giants. They will give it once again to James Conner, who will be tackled by Danny Trevathan, I do believe that was. Actually, might have been Darren Lee. No, it was Danny Trevathan for Kruger Hill. 2nd and 2, as Big Ben looks to take snap. He's going towards the end zone, and Jordan Lewis, guarding Juju Smith-Schuster, good, is able to not break that one up, but keep it boxed out to where he could not get a sack there. This will just bring up a 3rd and 2 here for the Steelers, as Connors will run it for the 1st down. Still going, finally brought down there by Danny Trevathan after a 1st down run. There is one thing I do want to do. I want to see if Isaiah Simmons, if we put him at left outside linebacker over Kruger Hill. I think that might be a lot more effective. And Isaiah Simmons makes a play on the ball. It was a lot more effective there. Of the Giants 2020 draft class, Joe Burrow, Isaiah Simmons, Pierre Williams, Harold, someone else. There was a big play there by the 6th overall pick in Isaiah Simmons. Got off of the block and made the hit on James Conner. And that is a big tackle there by the guy who came over in free agency on a 1-year deal in Anthony Harris, the free safety who had a big year last year with Minnesota, 6 picks. As Big Ben now bringing up a 3rd and 7. He looks to pass on this 3rd down. Isaiah Simmons, the 6th overall pick, makes a play on the ball. He's going now 30, 40, 50. He's down to the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, New York. Isaiah Simmons, the 6th overall pick, with an 88-yard interception return for his 1st interception and 1st career touchdown, as Big Ben just threw that straight towards Isaiah Simmons. No one catches up to him with his speed that he has as a safety / linebacker. And Aldrick Rosas will make this extra point. 7-0 Giants, and their first touchdown is a pick 6. As Aldrick Rosas now back to kick it off to the Steelers. He will return it at about the 6-yard line, as Ryan Switzer now will take it to about the 31. There, so Big Ben, after throwing a pick 6, but actually I believe his first incompletion pass as well, he now takes over 1st and 10. As Jabril Peppers is the lone man deep, and he will throw a quick throw there to, I believe that was Zach Gentry. I wasn't sure. And there is a flag down, I guess, kind of a false start. A little bit of a weird. Yeah, it was a false start, alright. It'll bring up now a 2nd and 10 here for New York. as they will bring the blitz, and it is knocked down there by Trevor Williams, I do believe. Yep, that was Trevor Williams knocking it down, stopping a potential big play there for Pittsburgh, bringing up now a 3rd and 7. As Big Ben is under pressure, Dalvin Tomlinson gets there for his first sack of the season. He had about 4.5 last year, and as he will gobble up Big Ben to set up a 4th and 14. Big sack there for the big man who is in a big contract year. It's this punt now. Cordero Patterson will return it. Looked like he was trying to get out of the way, but could not. He will break off one. It will be tackled now at the 17-yard line, which now means the 4th overall pick and surprise fall in the draft, Joe Burrow, will now take over on offense with the New York Giants. Remember, Daniel Jones is no longer on the team. He was traded away. As Joe Burrow will throw a quick check down pass to Saquon Barkley for his first reception, and Barkley will actually lose one. Defense did a good job there at getting to Barkley on the quick throw, not allowing him to gain any yards, really. As then now Joe Burrow looks intended for Tate, knocked away there by the corners. This will bring up now a 3rd and 11 for the Giants, as we all know what the offensive line looks like as well as the defensive line. So now Joe Burrow will give it to Saquon Barkley, who will not really gain anything. He only runs 2. Darrell Williams is the backup center for this game as of right now. Russell Bodine is starting. Could be a change later on, as Riley Dixon, the punter, is set to punt it away for the first time this year. This is not a very good punt, but it is against the wind, and Switzer will fair catch it at the 46. The Steelers take over in good field position. Just needs 4 yards to get it over the 50. As Big Ben will hand it off to Jalen Samuels. Anthony Harris cannot bring him down. Trio Peppers misses a tackle, and Danny Trevathan will tackle him after gaining 12. The Steelers now at the 42-yard line. They're the close 42-yard line, and it will be a 1st and 10 once again for the Steelers. James Conner enters the game. Isaiah Simmons with a big tackle for loss there on James Conner, loss of 3. Simmons making a major impact since coming into this game. As Big Ben takes the snap, looking for an open receiver. He will throw to the corner. That is Juju Smith-Schuster. Gets his foot in and will be inches shy of the marker. Literally inches shy. As this will be now a handoff to James Conner, who easily gets the first down. No one was guarding the middle as Trevathan and Anthony Harris makes a tackle after about a gain of maybe 2 or 3. Now it is running play action. Big Ben, he is looking to the end zone. It is caught. Vance McDonald. Anthony Harris was in coverage but could not keep up as Big Ben baited him in with the play action, and when he tried to recover, could not. Big touchdown there for the Steelers. Vance McDonald. And all of a sudden it is a tie game at 7 apiece here in New York. As the kickoff now, Chris Boswell will kick this one off to Cordero Patterson. And Cordero Patterson's foot is out of the end zone, therefore it will be a touchback. As Joe Burrow now will get it on a toss there to Golden Tate, who will take it for 37. It will count as a reception because it was a forward pass. Golden Tate with his first catch of the year for 12 yards. Joe Burrow now with the handoff there to Saquon Barkley. Can't get outside. TJ Watt brings it down. Evan Engram could not hold on to the block, and he could not get outside. He will get stopped for a loss of 3. So now Barkley now 2 carries for a loss of 1. Burrow now hands it off there to Barkley again. It will gain 2, tackled there by Devin Bush. Problem with the Giants' offensive line is since it's not very good, struggles to get yards. As Joe Burrow will send his man Darius Slayton in motion. Cordero Patterson enters the game here. as it will be a throw there to Cordero Patterson, who tries to break a tackle but then gets hit by another player. That will go for about 6 yards, actually 8 yards, but will not be able to get the first down as Riley Dixon on to punt for the second straight time. As the punt is off and will be fair caught by Switzer there at the 21-yard line. This will now bring up a 1st and 10 once again for Big Ben. They had a quick drive, last drive, only tallying about 2 minutes. It's 5 plays. It will be a handoff now to Big Ben, handoff. Big Ben, quarterback keeper. That's what I meant to say. Dalvin Thompson with the big tackles. That will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Pittsburgh 7, New York Giants 7 here at the end of the first. Starting off the second now is Jalen Samuels and Big Ben, as Big Ben will look and he will throw a quick play there to, I believe, James Washington for a first down. Now, 1st and 10 here for the Steelers. He will send Vance McDonald in motion, as it will be a handoff there to James Conner, Peppers, and Ndamukong Suh on the stop. Back at the line of scrimmage is where they made the tackle. So nothing really going there for Pittsburgh. As they will send James Washington in motion, it will be a handoff to James Conner. Danny Trevathan gets the stop for a loss of 2, bringing up a 3rd and 12 now for the Steelers offense. So he will throw a check down there to Schuster. Well, technically an in route, but it does not go past the chains, and the Giants will get the 4th down stop as Trevathan and Isaiah Simmons on the tackle. I believe we're going to be hearing that a lot this year, especially from Isaiah Simmons, as this is an awful punt. Cordero Patterson fair catches it at the 42. Ball barely went anywhere, as Joe Burrow and this Giants offense now takes over at the 42. Joe Burrow throws a check down now to Saquon Barkley, who spins off one, still going, and then is finally hit down at the 49. What a play there by Saquon Barkley. And now Barkley fights forward. Did he get the first down, Carrie? Yes, he did. They say that he crossed the plane for the first down. So this will now bring up a 1st and 10 here for the Giants. Joe Burrow rolling out to his right, and Joe Burrow will be forced to flush this away. TJ Watt still gave him a hit, but Joe Burrow throws it away to avoid a sack. Just for now, bring up a 2nd and 10. It is now a play action there to, actually an RPO there to Golden Tate. However, there is a flag down. It will be a legal man downfield there for the Giants, which will most likely bring up a 2nd and 15. It will bring up 2nd and 15 for the Giants, as Burrow takes a snap. Now it will be a give to Cordero Patterson, who has no blocking off the edge, and will be stopped by, I believe that's Bud Dupree. This will now bring up a 3rd and 19 here for the Giants, as Joe Burrow takes a snap. He looks and will just quickly fire it to Golden Tate there to gain some yards. This will bring up a 4th and 11 on the 49. It's going to be a long punt here for Riley Dixon. It's going to be a punt here for Riley Dixon with the wind. And Dixon will send this one high, and it will be out of bounds, hopefully at the 10-yard line. So a good punt there by Riley Dixon to get it out at the 10. Once again, the Giants offense stalling, not able to do anything, especially after good field position there, as they will send the backup tight end in motion, and it will be a play action there for Big Ben. Sack! Isaiah Simmons. One thing he does well is basically everything. He's able to get to the passer, he's able to cover, and he's able to tackle. Bring up now 2nd and 19 after the sack on Big Ben, as this will be a handoff now to James Conner, Danny Trevathan, and Jason Pierre-Paul on the hit. Only a gain of 1 there for James Conner, bringing up a 3rd and 17 So it will be a quick pass to the backup tight end, as Big Ben was almost sacked there by Darren Lee. Timmons with the catch. Bringing up though, 4th and 11. The Giants still get the defensive stop, as that will be a punt to Cordero Patterson. Returning it at about the 41. He won't be able to break this one off down at the 48-yard line. About a 8-yard return there for Cordero. Actually, it's more of a 6-yard. So bring up now 1st and 10 here for Joe Burrow in this Giants offense. As Burrow will look, and he'll find Darius Slayton, the last year breakout wide receiver for New York. He will take it for a 1st down reception. Bring up a 1st and 10. Joe Burrow now hands this one off to Saquon Barkley, who spins off one. He's down at the 35. Slayton in motion. And that's tight end Evan Engram, who is in a contract year. He makes the reception there. I believe his first catch of the year. It is his first catch of the year. Saquon Barkley now takes it for a 1st down and more, down at the 27. 6 carries, 14 yards for Saquon Barkley. Steelers are doing a great job at limiting him, as that was Minkah Fitzpatrick on the tackle. Joe Burrow takes the snap. He looks and he finds the tight end and Evan Engram there across the middle for the 1st down. That's probably the longest play for the Giants all game. As Barkley checks back in along with Marshawn Lynch, throwing back Evan Engram with his 2nd catch, 22 yards. This will be a handoff. Now Saquon Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown Giants. Saquon Barkley with his 1st rushing touchdown of the year here in week 1. As Aldrick Rosas now looks to extend the lead to 14. The extra point is good, so therefore it will now be a 14-7 games with 3:05 remaining in the half, as the New York Giants' last drive was probably their best. It was their best drive of the game. Aldrick Rosas with this big kick. It will be a touchback. Ryan Switzer will not even be able to even take a kneel. That's all. This will bring up now once again Mr. Ben Roethlisberger here. Jalen Samuels up there to Jalen Samuels, who has a lot of room to run. Out. Jabril Peppers, Anthony Harris gets caught up in the leg. Luckily, Grant Haley slows down Jalen Samuels. However, that was a big game now, down to this close to the end zone 35-yard line. Roethlisberger sends his tight end in motion to the right. James Conner is the back in the game, as it will be a handoff there to James Conner, and he is down at the 36 for a loss of 1. That is big man Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. As that will bring us to now to the 2-minute warning, in which the Steelers are down by 7. However, they are driving right now on the Giants. As Roethlisberger takes the snap, looks to throw. He will throw it down to his man in James Washington. Isaiah Simmons on the tackle there, bringing up a 3rd and 8. As then now Big Ben under pressure, he's able to get the throw off there. Wide open man for the 1st down. That was Deontay Johnson, right? As that was a bat down there by Deron Lee. Bring up a 2nd and 10 here. As this it will be towards the end zone. Trevor Williams bats it. Picked off Jabril Peppers, the tip drill. What a play there by Trevor Williams to bat that down, and Jabril Peppers with the tip interception, which will now bring up Giants ball, 103 at the 20. Joe Burrow is the QB. As Joe Burrow will look, and he will find his man in Sterling Shepard, who jukes, trying to get to the outside, is down at the 31. Giants use their first timeout of the quarter here. Joe Burrow now barking out audibles. He takes the snap. Burrow to the outside. He's sacked. T.J. Watt running no huddle now is Joe Burrow in this Giants offense. Burrow takes the snap. He overthrows it to Shepard. He does make the catch, but he can't get his foot in bounds. Just bring up a regular 3rd and 17. As it will be a handoff now to Barkley and not getting anywhere. And Pittsburgh will use their first timeout of the half. 28 seconds left. Not going to be a lot of time for Big Ben to get anything done. However, a chance for a block punt as Riley Dixon takes the snap. It will be a long punt there. It will bounce at the 10. It will bounce out at the 12. So Riley Dixon with his second punt down inside the 20. However, about his 4th or 5th punt of the game. As Ben Roethlisberger now in the Steelers offense. It will just be a handoff to James Conner. However, Conner almost breaks this one off. Jordan, he found a hole. And Jordan Lewis makes a tackle. That will take us to the end of the first half where the Giants are up 14-7 on the Steelers. We will do a first half recap here in just a moment. Whereas Giants 14-7. Taking a look at the halftime scores around the league. Green Bay and Houston. Green Bay is up 14-7. Rodgers with a good game so far. Watson kind of struggling. Hopkins off to a slow start. Both running attacks off to a slow start. As we will now take you to Detroit, where Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers are taking on the Lions. Newton with 3 passing touchdowns first half. Christian McCaffrey, the second best running back in the NFL behind Saquon Barkley, IRL. Kind of controversial statement there. And then we will take you now to Baltimore and Jacksonville, where they're up 10-7. That is the Ravens. Lamar and Minshew having similar games. Ingram, however, having the better rushing attack game. And yeah, so that's it for the for the halftime scores, and it's it for our halftime as well. Quickly just taking a look at the first half recap. So Giants rookie quarterback Joe Burrow is off to kind of a slow start, 9 for 12, 78 yards. Big Ben, 11 for 16, 105 yards with the passing touchdown and 2 interceptions. Taking a look at both rushing attacks, James Conner, 12 for 43, Saquon Barkley, 8 for 22 and a touchdown. Jalen Samuels had a big return, or big rushing. A big rush, I should say. Jalen Samuels is leading in receptions, and Evan Engram is leading the Giants with receptions. And yeah, the 2 picks are Isaiah Simmons, who had the interception return to start the game, and Trevor Williams bat down to Jabril Peppers as Cordero Patterson will take a knee to start the first half. As Joe Burrow coming out for hopefully a better second half, although he's not a bad first half. I mean, 9 for 12, 70-something yards isn't bad from a guy playing his first career game. As Burrow will hand it off there to Barkley. T.J. Watt with a big spin move there on Jermaine Ifedi to get back and stop Barkley from potentially breaking this one off. This will now bring up a 2nd and 7. As Burrow will look, and he will find Sterling Shepard there across the middle for a big play down at about the 41-yard line. However, it will be a hold there on the Giants. That is center Russell Bodine. And that will bring up a 2nd and 17 here for the Giants. So big play is denied as Joe Burrow takes the snap. Will be handoff. Saquon Barkley tried to get past Cameron Hayward. Hayward makes a good play though. 10 carries, 27 yards for Saquon Barkley. Nothing going there for Saquon really. Bringing up a 3rd and 14. As Joe Burrow takes the snap, he tries to set up the screen, but he can't. There'll be a sack. Stephon Tuitt and Riley Dixon will be on to punt for what I believe is the 6th time today with the wind not in his favor. So this should be good field position here for Pittsburgh. However, Ryan Switzer will fair catch it now at the 47, so not as bad as a punt as I thought, considering the wind. So bring up a 1st and 10 now for the first drive of the second half here for Pittsburgh. Big Ben back to pass. He will look and throw a quick throw there to Jalen Samuels as Simmons forces him back, as it will be a loss of 1. Jason Pierre-Paul on the tackle in his second stint now with the Giants. So it will be a run here to Jalen Samuels, who spins off Haley, and Jason Pierre-Paul both make the tackles. Pretty good run there for Samuels, now a 3rd and 2. As he will send Timmons in motion. So it will be a handoff and first down run. The hit was made by Isaiah Simmons, however Connors does get the first down carry there to extend the Steelers' drive. Connors still in the game, as he will once again send Timmons in motion. So it will be a play action, breaks off Jabril Peppers, and is sacked there by, they give half the credit to Jabril Peppers, although he completely missed the tackle and someone else completely finished the sack. That was Ndamukong Suh who finished the sack there. So Suh with half a sack, Peppers with half a sack, as Roethlisberger tries a hard count there, as he will look and just throw the check down there to James Washington. Eli Apple, who's also playing in his second stint here in New York, signed this offseason as well, makes the tackle there, which will bring up a 3rd and 12 now for the Giants. They will send Vance McDonald in motion. And Danny Trevathan reads the interception off Ben Roethlisberger, as Roethlisberger's thrown his 3rd pick. Danny Trevathan, there, the pass coverage linebacker, gets his first interception of the season, as Joe Burrow now takes the snap. Will be handoff here to Saquon Barkley, and Barkley won't really get much. He gets 5, which is probably his longest run of the day. It's not his longest run of the day. I think he had like a 10-yard carry earlier. Anyway, 2nd and 5. Attempting to set up the screen now is Joe Burrow and the Giants, and they do. Barkley does not have blocking in front of him, however, that will be a great reception there for Saquon. 10 for 13, 88 yards for Joe Burrow. And Saquon Barkley looks to start getting going. And then now Burrow takes the snap. He looks and will quickly fire to Darius Slayton. That is a very, very inaccurate throw by the rookie. This will be an incompletion now. As Joe Burrow running play action. He gets a block on the edge, but it won't be blocked there. That is Devin Bush with a full sack, bringing up a 3rd and 22 here for New York. I have no idea what the Giants are even going to attempt. And Joe Judge would just be content with taking it down, but Saquon Barkley says otherwise with a spin move, but will only gain 8, which will actually set up with a good punt here for hopefully Riley Dixon. Is fighting against the wind, so if he can line this up somehow in the 20, within the 20. As it will, he will be tackled there at the 15. Now Ben Roethlisberger takes the field. Once again, another drive. Ben Roethlisberger takes the snap, as this will be out. And no, I do not play Mutt Kyron. I don't really like Mutt that much. Anyway, Ben Roethlisberger will hand it off there to James Conner, Anthony Harris, and Isaiah Simmons with the tackle, bringing up a 3rd and 9 here for the Steelers. As he will look, and it will be knocked away by Jordan Lewis, guarding James Washington there, bringing up a 4th and 9 and a Steelers punt once again. A very, very defensive game here in New York, as the punt will hopefully be returned by Cordero Patterson. It's a very, very long punt, and Patterson will have room to return it, which is bad news if you are a Steelers fan. Patterson with a big return, and he's out now at the 48. A great return there for Cordero Patterson. As Joe Burrow now takes the snap, will be a handoff to Barkley, who will not get anywhere. He'll actually lose one. Stephon Tuitt on the tackle for a loss. Bring up a 2nd and 11. As Joe Burrow now under pressure looks to throw to Evan Engram. Wasn't accurate and batted away. Luckily, it was not picked off, bringing up a 3rd and 11 now for the Giants. Joe Burrow takes the snap. He looks over the middle, finds his man in Golden Tate for the first down reception. Golden Tate now with his 3rd catch of the game to keep this Giants drive alive. Joe Burrow there with a good read to Golden Tate. 3 catches, 40 yards. Now for Golden. Burrow takes a snap. Will send the breakout wide receiver in Darius Slayton. Oh, Saquon breaks a tackle. What a play there by Saquon Barkley to take it in for the Giants touchdown. Darius Slayton was the breakout wide receiver last year. They sent him in motion, and Saquon Barkley broke off of 2 tackles off the line, I do believe. That is the great thing about Saquon, is his power and his ability to make men miss. That was, I believe, Devin Bush, who completely whiffed on the tackle. And Joe Hayden couldn't bring down. Then just to slip through Matt Peer and Cameron Hayward, TJ Watt missed the tackle, and Saquon Barkley takes it in for 32 yards. And the Giants touchdown. Aldrick Rosas's extra point is good, and the Giants will extend their lead to 14 with 2:42 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Rosas to kick this one back to Pittsburgh. It will be a Switzer return at about the 7. He will take it past the 20, past the 25, will be tackled at the 27. So about a 20-yard return there for Ryan Switzer. Averaging 21 on the day. As then now Big Ben takes the snap. He will be looking deep, and it will be tipped and almost caught and almost picked. Could have went both ways. Great recovery there by Jabril Peppers. I mean, not really recovery, but great range, I should say, for Jabril Peppers. As it will be a quick knockdown there by Isaiah Simmons. Almost had his 2nd pick of the day. That one was honestly kind of my fault. I was user lurking, and then I went up on the D-pad for a hit because I thought he was going to catch it. I didn't think I was going to get over there on the user lurk. As that will be a quick throw there by Big Ben to Vance McDonald for the first down down at the 41-yard line. As then now Big Ben will hand this one off to James Conner, who will breaks about 3 tackles there, finally brought down by Trevor Williams. That should not have happened. I believe he broke off of Anthony Harris and Danny Trevathan there, bringing up a 2nd and 3. James Conner is in the backfield. It will be a quick check down throw there to Vance McDonald, who will gain about more than 10. He did gain more than 10, so we'll bring up now 1st and 10 here for the Steelers. As he will look and once again find his tight end in Vance McDonald. McDonald having a great game. Bringing up a 2nd and 1. Saying McDonald really wants me to get McDonald's. As he will send Timmons in motion. Will they get the snap off before the half ends? Yes, they will. Be a handoff there. James Conner and Isaiah Simmons will stop him for a tackle for a loss down for a 2-yard loss, bringing up a 3rd and 3. Then now blitzing is Danny Trevathan. He will look and find his man. Juju Smith-Schuster, who breaks a tackle. Anthony Harris tackles him at the 20. However, there is a flag down, and the flag is a face mask on Anthony Harris, the free agent signing from Minnesota, as this will bring up a 1st and 10 now for the Steelers at the 10-yard line. So the Steelers close to scoring here. A chance to score. As it will be a quick throw outside. James Washington, is he in the end zone? No, he's 1 yard shy. That was actually Deontay Johnson. Will be a handoff there. James Conner. Danny Trevathan with a big open field tackle. James Conner cannot get across. Down at the 1. What a play there. So it'll be a run there for Big Ben, and he's into the end zone. Giants did not expect that to happen, and Big Ben is in for his rushing touchdown. So Ben Roethlisberger now with 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. As that will be a good extra point. 21-14. Giants lead here with 11:38 remaining in the game. As Boswell kicks this one to Cordero Patterson, who will have a chance to return it at about the 8-yard line. And with room, and he is tackled there at the 37. As it is now Joe Burrow's drive once again. Joe Burrow with a quick throw there to the tight end Evan Engram, who breaks the tackle and is down now at the 48. A good catch there by Evan Engram and a good play to just break the tackle off. Now it's a handoff to Saquon Barkley, who will take it to about the 49. About a 3-yard gain there for Saquon Barkley. So Burrow now will give it to Saquon Barkley once again, who puts the ball on the turf for the first time in his career. Actually, for the second time in his career. He had a fumble last year. Tried a spin move, just got the hit off. And then now the Steelers have a chance to tie the game. Ball on the 50-yard line. As he will take the snap, look deep. Lewis knocks it out of Schuster's hand. Jordan Lewis doing a great job guarding against Juju Smith-Schuster this game. Holding him to only, I believe, 2 catches. So now Vance McDonald with the catch once again. Isaiah Simmons makes the tackle as Grant Haley couldn't bring him down. Bringing up a 3rd and 1 here for the Steelers. And then now Roethlisberger finds a quick throw there to James Washington for the first down. 4 catches, 31 yards for James Washington. Giants making them go to other players like McDonald and Washington. As then now it looks, and Jabril Peppers absolutely kills Vance McDonald. However, there is a flag, and it will be pass interference on Jabril Peppers, setting up the Steelers at the 4. Excuse me. I personally do not think it was pass interference, but let me see the replay here. Big Ben was a little bit under pressure. Okay, it was. That was, yeah. Jabril Peppers made contact with him before the ball, before anyone or him touched the ball. As James Conner will run this in to tie the game, and all of a sudden it is a tie game here in New York. If the extra point is good, in which the extra point is good, 21-21 here in New York, 8:47 remaining. The last Saquon Barkley fumble kind of turned the game around here. As Cody Latimer will return at about the 8. Did some kick returning the past 2 years and will be down at the 29. Didn't really have much to get going there. So bring up now Giants at the 29-yard line. As Burrow takes a snap, it will be a handoff there to Barkley, who will take it to the 32-yard line. 3-yard carry there for Barkley. 17 carries, 77 yards for Saquon. This game as Joe Burrow takes the snap. Joe Burrow will look and will find Golden Tate there for the first down before getting absolutely blown up there by the linebacker. 1st and 10 for New York. Tate with his 4th catch of the game for 48 yards. Joe Burrow now looking to the sideline. He finds Darius Slayton, who can't get his feet in. That'll be an incomplete pass, bringing up a 2nd and 10 for New York. Burrow will give this one there to Saquon Barkley. will juke inside and will be down at the 47-yard line. About a 7-yard carry there for Saquon, bringing up a 3rd and 3. Cordero Patterson checks into the game for the first time. Or not for the first time, but he checks into the game. The first time this drive is Burrow will look and he will find a wide open tight end, Evan Engram, who makes the first down reception and more, about an 8-yard catch there for Evan Engram, the tight end. His 4th catch of the game. Yards as Joe Burrow will have to run this one. He will gain about 2 yards. No one was open there, and the line collapsed, so Burrow just took off. So now looking to set up the screen for Saquon. He does set up the screen. Saquon is able to make about 2 men miss and is down now at the 41-yard line. A 3-yard reception there for Saquon Barkley. Tajay Sharp in the game. He gets his feet in. What a catch there. Tajay Sharp with the great route run there. And he makes his first catch as a member of another team there. There's Joe Burrow. Will send Golden Tate in motion, and it will be a touch pass to Golden Tate. He gets past and is down at the 18. A 13-yard reception there, technically for Golden Tate. It's technically a reception. This will bring up a 1st and 10 here for New York. Burrow will look and will find Darius Slayton there for about a 9-yard catch, bringing up a 2nd and 1. Nice quick throw there to Darius Slayton. As Joe Burrow will hand this one off to Cordero Patterson, who will lose 2 yards, 2 carries for negative 7 yards. He actually loses 3 yards, bringing up a 3rd and 4. As Burrow looks, he finds Darius Slayton for the touchdown. What a throw there by Joe Burrow. Good catch there by Darius Slayton. Burrow was under pressure. Got rid of it to Darius Slayton. Was a little bit of a risky throw, but Darius Slayton makes the catch in the end zone for the touchdown. 28-21, 4:02 remaining. As that is Joe Burrow's first touchdown throw of his career. Darius Slayton, with his 9th one of his career, first of 2020, had 8 touchdowns his rookie season. Was a nice little breakout wide receiver for the Giants. So now bring up Big Ben for potentially the final drive of the game. As Ben Roethlisberger takes the snap. He will look and is under pressure and is sacked by Ndamukong Suh. Came over on a 1-year deal to New York for this season and will now have 1.5 sacks in week 1 here. Obviously, finish up the sack that Jabril Peppers missed, and they gave him half a sack for it, and they gave him that. There will be a sack for Deron Lee. 2 straight sacks for the Giants, bringing up a 3rd and 25 here for the Steelers. Going to need an absolute miracle to get a first down here. Wouldn't put it past them, though. So the Steelers take the snap, and Big Ben tries to throw a check down there to Jalen Samuels. Everything else was covered. And it will be an incomplete, which will now bring up 2:48 and a punt to Cordero Patterson. As this punt is a pretty good punt. Cordero Patterson will return it at about the 39-yard line. He has room to run. He has room to the 30, to the 20. Can he get past? He can't get to the 20. Down at the 21-yard line. Great return there for Cordero Patterson, which should even seal the game. I mean, Giants are now in field goal position, if anything. Let alone touchdown position. As Joe Burrow takes the snap, he will look across, intended for Evan Engram. Incomplete. Tried to find his man Evan Engram down the slot. Joe Burrow takes the snap. That is, I believe, Javon Hargrave who makes the tackle there for a loss. Yeah, that was Javon Hargrave. Bringing up a 3rd and 13, and the Giants will let the 2-minute warning come. Bringing up a 3rd and 10, or 3rd and 13 for the Giants, I should say. So it will be a handoff to Saquon Barkley, who has absolutely no room to run. This Steelers D-line completely overpowering this Giants offensive line, bringing up a 4th and 18 and a big loss there for Saquon as Aldrick Rosas looks to put this game away with a field goal. It is good, and the Steelers are basically going to need a miracle with 2 timeouts in a minute 52, down by 10. Rosas now with hopefully a good kick. Yep, that's going out the back of the end zone. So 1:52 remaining, ball in the 25. Giants up 31-21 on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And Danny Trevathan will knock this one out. Intended for Vance McDonald. Let's bat it down. Bring it up 2nd and 10 now for the Steelers. So it will be a quick little throw there to Vance McDonald. Breaks off a Jabril Peppers tackle, but will only gain 4 before being gang tackled by, I believe, Eli Apple and Trevor Williams. 6 receptions, 73 yards for Vance McDonald, though. This will bring up now a 3rd and 6. As he will look deep, and that is batted down there by Anthony Lewis and Schuster and Jordan Lewis getting into it a little bit downfield. This will bring up a 4th and 6 now. Schuster frustrated because he's getting a lockdown by Jordan Lewis. This will be one-on-one coverage. Trevor Williams, Smith-Schuster. What a catch there by Schuster working in Trevor Williams. A big catch there by Juju. Click to keep the game alive for Pittsburgh. Big Ben has all the time in the world before Jason Pierre-Paul starts to line up. Big catch there by Timmons. What a play. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And the Steelers have a shot now. The Steelers have more of a realistic shot. They need to get this extra point and then a 2-point conversion there. What a defensive breakdown by Pittsburgh, by the Giants, I should say. Defensive breakdown, as this will be an onside kick opportunity now for the Steelers. Boswell on for it. And it will be almost not recovered there, but Evan Engram will recover it down at the 42. 1 timeout for Pittsburgh. As coming in for the Giants to do the kneel downs will be Colt McCoy, the new New York Giant. It will be Colt McCoy. As McCoy will take the first kneel down, Pittsburgh will use their first time out. As I believe now we can super sim to the end of the game. And just jump to next play. As that will be the end of the game. The New York Giants will defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers in a very fun game. 31-28. As the Giants will start 1-0 for the first time since I believe 2016. Which is absolutely crazy. Here are some photos of the game. We'll take a look at the stats of the game here right now. As Ben Roethlisberger passed for, first we'll do the Giants, first for the Steelers. Big Ben, 23 for 37, two touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 67.6 QB passer rating, 62 completion percentage. James Conner, 17 carries, 50 yards, and a touchdown. Jalen Samuels, 4 for 68. Ben Roethlisberger, 2 for 5 and a touchdown. So they did get over 100 yards. And Vance McDonald's the big game, 6 for 73 and a touchdown. Jalen Samuels, 4 for 16. Juju Smith-Schuster kind of got locked down, 4 for 64. Obviously, the 64 yards was mainly off of the last reception there against Trevor Williams. For the most part, he got shut down by Jordan Lewis. James Washington, 4 for 31. Deontay Johnson, 2 for 24. Thurman Timmons, rookie from Tulane, 2 for 46 and his first career touchdown. And Zach Gentry, 1 for 8. Pouncey and DeMar Dawson each allowed a sack. Defensively, Cameron Hayward led with 9 tackles. Tackles lost. TJ Watt led with 3. Sacks was Tuitt, Bush, and TJ Watt. Interceptions, no one picked off Joe Burrow. And Boswell was perfect for 4. Jordan Berry punted 5 times for 252 yards, down 1 inside the 20. Kick return, Ryan Switzer, 3 for 64. And 1 for 4 for Ryan Switzer on the punt. Take a look at the Giants. Joe Burrow in his first career game, 19 for 26, 182 yards and a touchdown. 73 completion percentage, 104.9 QB rating. So not even a bad day for Joe Burrow. Saquon Barkley, 20 carries for 76 yards and 2 touchdowns. Did get shut down for the most part on the run game, 3.8 yards per carry. And everyone else had minus yards. Cordell Patterson, 2 for -7, 2 for -2 for Colt McCoy, 1 for 2 for Joe Burrow. Team-wise, Golden Tate, 5 catches, 60 yards. Saquon Barkley, 4 for 21. Evan Engram, 4 for 41. Darius Slayton, 3 for 30 and a touchdown. Tulsa Sharp, 1 for 11, as well as Sterling Shepard. Cordell Patterson, 1 for 8. Joe Burrow, how many times was Joe Burrow sacked, by the way? I believe he was sacked. He was sacked 3 times, yeah. Taking a look at the defensive stats, Isaiah Simmons and Danny Trevathan, each with 11 tackles. Tackles for loss, Simmons with 2, a bunch of people with 1. Sue with 1.5 sacks, leading the charge. Dalvin Tomlinson, Darren Lee, Isaiah Simmons, each with a sack. And Jabril Peppers with half sack. Interception-wise, Jabril with the pick off the bat down from from Trevor Williams. Isaiah Simmons with the big interception to start off the game. And then Danny Trevathan with an interception on it as well. Aldrich Rosas 1 for 1 on field goals, making it a 46-yarder. It was perfect on extra points. Riley Dixon did punt 6 times for 253 yards, down 3 inside the 20. Kick return-wise, Cordell Patterson 1 for 28, Cody Latimer 1 for 16, and Evan Engram 1 for 6. Cordell Patterson also had 4 punt returns for 87 yards, including a 35-yard punt return. So pretty good game all around for the Giants. Were some plays that I would like to have gotten back, were some negative yard offensive plays that we would like to get back. But honestly, not a good, pretty good day from our rookie and Joe Burrow, and a great game from our rookie and Isaiah Simmons. 11 tackles there. Dalvin Tomlinson is due for an upgrade here. We'll use an upgrade point on him. Upgrade his run stopping. Even though he is already a great run stopper, might as well upgrade that some more. Same with Dexter Lawrence, our big man, and will probably be the big man of the future. He's only 22 years old. Isaiah Simmons had a great game once again. Making him a field general, we should be able to actually get, he got +2 in zone coverage as well. Jason Wayne came over in free agency for us, obviously. Didn't really see the field this year, as we don't really run a lot of 2 tight end set. However, some pretty good route running in his hands. Continued to get up. And Darrell Williams, most likely I'm going to start him next game. He's better than Russell Bodine. His blocking all around is better than Russell Bodine. Might as well slot him in as the starting center. Evan Engram, I don't want to trade yet. He did play really well. I did feel like, or not really well, but he did play effective. He made catches when we need to. We'll quickly sim this training. We're not going to do anything for week 1. For week 2, I should say. I just want to go over some of the stats that happened. And we do have a weekly award. Who was it? It was Isaiah Simmons with 11 tackles, a sack, and a pick. Did we seriously cut Orleans Darko again? Yeah, we did. Alright. So it's just going to keep glitching out. I'm just not going to keep doing that. So we're going to promote one of our guards. We're going to promote one of our... We'll just Desmond Harrison I put on the... Yeah. We'll just promote... Let's go with Deji. Yeah, there you go. Welcome. Promote him so that way you can just stop. It's not a big deal if Orleans Darko continues to get caught. I'm not going to deal with that. Anyway. Here are your week 1 leaders. Your week 1 passing leader in yards is Gardner Minshew with 371. The most completions week 1 was Jacoby Brissett, 32. The most attempts, Jacoby Brissett at 38. Most passing yards, Mitchell Trubisky with 5 passing touchdowns. Jesus. Oh my lord. Most interceptions week 1 was Big Ben with 3. Rushing wise, the most carries in week 1 was Jonathan Taylor at 24. The most yards week 1 was Dalvin Cook at 147. The most yards per carry from a starting running back was Dalvin Cook at 11.3. Guys who also got a few reps, Samuels and Jordan Howard. Most rushing touchdowns week 1, Jamal Williams with 3. That was very good. Most rushing fumbles week 1 with Barkley, Cook, Turley, and Love, each with 1. Receiving yard wise, our wide receiver with the most receptions week 1, Alvin Robinson with 11. Receiving yards, D.D. Westbrook 148. Most touchdowns, Ty Montgomery, Taylor Gabriel, Paris Campbell, A.J. Brown, and DK Metcalf, each with 2. Guy who allowed most sacks week 1, Cody Glenn with 5. That is awful. Defensively wise, most tackles, 13. Logan Ryan, most tackles for loss. Gottschalk with 5. Most QB sacks. Myles Garrett had 5 QB sacks week 1. And Olivier Vernon with 3. That's going to be fun because we play them next week. And then no one has more than 1 pick. And then the longest field goal week 1 was a 57-yarder from Brandon McManus. The most punts week 1 was Bradley Pinnon, followed by a few 6. Most punts inside the 20 from week 1, Ryan Allen, Tress Way, Marcus Hicks, and Riley Dixon. Most kick returns week 1, Parrish Burney at 4. Most kick return yards week 1, Parrish Burney at 82. I believe Cordero Patterson, is Cordero Patterson even up here? I don't think he is. He only had 1, yeah, he only had 1 for like 28. Most kick return touchdowns, no one did. And then the most punt return yards, Cordero Patterson with 87 easily, yeah. There you go. So that'll be all for this live stream. Week 2 should be tomorrow, if I had to guess, where we will preview the Browns matchup before we head into the Browns matchup next week, and maybe even negotiate and maybe even re-sign 2 players, depending on how we feel. And yeah, thank you for tuning into this episode. Big Giants win. See you all tomorrow.